Shubhamangalam. This is Hemalata at Little Scholar High School taking up class 5 science, and today we shall start with our first lesson, that is human body, and in that we will see in detail about the circulatory system. Children, you know that our body is made up of different organs and organ system. If I ask you name some of the organs, you will definitely say that some of the sense organs are eyes, ears, nose, skin and all. And when I ask you about the organs, you will answer me that it is the kidneys, your lungs, heart and all. But when we talk about the organ system, it is like excretory system, digestive system, respiratory system, reproductive system, circulatory system and all. So in this particular chapter, we are going to study about the circulatory system. What is circulatory system? Circulatory system, the one in which we have to study about the heart, the blood and the blood vessels. How does this heart, blood and blood vessel, importance of these organs? Now we shall start with the heart. What is heart? Heart, it is nothing but it is a muscular structure. What is heart? It is a muscular structure. That means it is not made up of any rigid bones. It is muscular in nature. And what is the location of the heart? The heart is located slightly towards the left side from the center in the chest region, and it is four chambered. How many the heart has four chambers. How many chambers the heart is made up of? It is made up of four chambers. I'll just repeat the points related to heart. That is, heart is muscular in nature and it is located slightly towards the left side from the center in the chest region, and it is four chambered heart, and the shape of the heart is pear shaped. How is the shape of the heart? It is pear shape. You might have observed a fruit, pear fruit. How does it look? It looks like a same. Our heart also resembles the structure of a pear, and we said that it is four chambered heart. If you, for your understanding, I have drawn a simple structure of the heart for you to know that there are four chambers: 1, 2, 3 and 4. And when we look at this heart structure, we said it is four chambered, and the upper two are the one which we call them as auricles, and the down two we call them as ventricles. And the upper two are little broader in nature, they are wide in nature, whereas the down one are little narrow in nature. And the broader one which are present on the upper side or the anterior side or upper portion means this part will face to our head region, whereas the down region or lower part or the posterior region will face towards the bottom of our body. So heart is four chambered, as I mentioned here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is pear shaped, it is muscular in nature, located towards the left side from the center in the chest region. This is about the heart. Now when we move on to the next one, that is the blood. You know the blood, yes or no? And you also know which color it is. It is red in color. And in which form it is? It is in the liquid form. That is, the blood is nothing but a red colored fluid. Fluid is nothing but a liquid. So what is blood? It is a red colored fluid. That means liquid. Okay, now blood flows through blood vessels. We know that the blood is flowing throughout our body. It flows from top of the body to the bottom of the body. And how it is passing, how the blood is able to flow throughout the body, it is because of the tube like channels or structures called as blood vessels. So how the blood, like the water flows through the pipes in the correct channel, in the right path, in the same way the blood also flowing in the entire body through the blood vessels. Now we will see what are the functions of the blood. When we talk about the functions of the blood, the first one is it absorbs nutrients. When we take the food, our food is made up of different kinds of nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals, and all these nutrients has to be absorbed by the body for the proper growth and to live a diseased free life. Yes, so the blood helps in absorbing all the nutrients. That is the first point. What is the second point? Supply oxygen, carbon dioxide and water. We breathe in air and we give out air. We are and from that air we are taking in oxygen and we are giving out carbon dioxide. Yes or no, children? That means the blood is also helping in the process of inhalation, exhalation, and it is also supplying the water to all the organs or all the cells which are present in the body, so that our cells will not dry. Our cells needs little moisture, and that moisture is maintained by the water. And who is supplying this? The blood. Okay, so the blood helps in the supply of oxygen, carbon dioxide and water. Then what is the next more important function of the blood? It transports the waste, it transports the weight. See, when we are eating the food, our food is getting digested, and at the same time some unwanted material is there in the body, and this unwanted material has to be removed from the body on a regular basis. So it can happen only through the excretory system. So the blood helps in flushing out or sending out all the waste products through the excretory system. From the excretory system it is removed from the body. Then it also plays an important role to control the body temperature. So we have certain temperature wherein our body functions properly. It should not be neither too low nor too high. It should be a moderate temperature. So this temperature is maintained by the body. So these are the functions of the blood, children. Now let us move to blood vessels. In the year we said that blood flows through pipe-like structures or network-like structures called as blood vessels. So what are blood vessels? Blood vessels are nothing but tube-like structure through which the blood flows throughout the body. That means the blood vessels are again divided into three. The blood vessels are divided into three. What are they? Arteries, veins and capillaries. I am repeating it again. The blood vessels are the tubes or network like structure which carries the blood from all throughout the body, and they are divided into three, that is arteries, veins and capillaries. Now let us see what are arteries. Arteries are the blood vessels which carry the blood from the heart to the body. Arteries are the blood vessels which carries the blood from the heart to all parts of the body. What are veins? Veins are also blood vessels or tubes, network-like structure which carries the blood from all parts of the body to the heart. Okay. Now, last one is capillaries. What are capillaries? Capillaries are also a network which are present throughout the body, but they are much thinner in the thickness. Okay, they are much thinner compared to arteries and veins. The arteries divide. If you look here, children, consider this as an artery, the blood vessel through which the blood flows. These arteries divide and forms the capillaries, and these capillaries can reach each and every cell which is present in the body. Then all these capillaries combine together to form the veins. We said that veins are the one which carry blood from the body parts to the heart. That means all the arteries are dividing to form the capillaries. All these capillaries are reaching to all the cells which are present in the body, and from there the blood is carried again through the veins. Okay, children, so this is regarding the circulatory system, the heart, the blood and the blood vessels. We have seen the structure of the heart, and the main important function of the heart is to pump the blood. Then we have seen the blood, it is red color fluid, and the important functions of the blood. And what are blood vessels? There are three: arteries, veins and capillaries. And what are the new terms we have learned in this particular class? We have learned the circulatory system. Circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels. It is the one which helps in the carrying of the nutrients to all parts of the body. Then we have learned about the heart, the blood vessels, the arteries, veins and the blood. For this class we shall stop here, and in our next class we will move little further into the lesson. Until then, thank you.